Hey everybody, this is Aeroica. Thanks so much for stopping by for another video. In this particular episode, we're going to profile the challenge mode version of the Kang boss fight. This is going to be a short video because really the dungeon is not too spectacular or difficult, and aside from a few mechanics during the boss fight, he's not that difficult either. In this dungeon, I went ahead and chose an all-nature team just to have advantage over the primary water enemies that were encountered here. I chose a Willow, my Julius, Bovis, and of course one of the better healers, Nub Nub, also because he is also a nature unit as well. When you're traveling through these platforms, your primary concern needs to be the light wolves that you'll encounter, usually at least a couple on every single platform. They have a triple attack, which can do some pretty significant damage to your heroes, and so in order to avoid having to spend your heal directly up front, you're going to want to take them out as early as possible. Now, when this update occurred, I was level 60, but of course, any of the earlier dungeons in the challenge mode version is going to scale your team down to within 2 of the enemies that are encountered in the dungeon. In this case, they are primarily 45s and 46s, so I ended up having mine scaled down to 48s, and this was still an advantage in my favor, but nothing too difficult that I would say anybody at a lower level would have problems. So when you encounter the boss fight, it won't be very much different, if anything, other than some damage and some HP differences from the normal version versus the challenge version. To describe to you a little bit about the mechanics here, first off, you can see why I chose Nature Enemy, not only for the mobs that are encountered during your platform travels up to the boss, but of course the boss himself is a water unit, so therefore I would like as much of an advantage during this boss fight as possible. Additionally, you'll see that periodically he will call down 2 icicles from the ceiling, and then those will stick into the ground. During the boss fight, you're going to want to take those out as early as possible, which is another reason that I chose the particular heroes that I did. Even though Willow has a late stage AoE, she still has one. Of course, Julius has his barrel toss and Bovis has his stampede. Then at least one of those attacks is going to be up when these icicles drop down from the ceiling. As long as you take those out as soon as they come up and don't give him a chance to use them against you, then you should be okay. If you don't, then your team is going to take a massive amount of damage. Even at some of the higher levels, you'll see that your guys will take a pretty big hit. Other than that, though, the fight is really not too hard. Just intermittently take out those icicles, put some damage on the boss, and good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next video.